Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about picture and word sorting. Both are strategies for word identification. Our goals today is to describe the concept of picture and word sort and how we as teachers can teach both strategies for deaf and hard of hearing students. Our research I found in chapter 3 of the book called Words Their Ways. Word study for phonics, vocabulary, and spelling instruction. According to the book, picture sorting is designed for students who work more with letter, name, alphabet, which means that they are in the early word stage of spelling development and do not have extensive vocabulary yet. This is a great strategy for phonological awareness by matching pictures to the given sound. Word sorting is another strategy design that can be used for phonological awareness as well. That activity has printed word cards that are useful for students that have great sight word vocabulary. This sight word is giving a word sort that follows a consonant or vowel pattern, a CVC or a CVVC. CVC would have short vowels, while CVVC would have long vowels. Now we're going to talk about the process of word and picture sorting. The process of picture sorting, before students begin reading, they can sort pictures by the beginning sound, the ending sound, vowel sounds, the number, and the number of syllables. Under the given columns, there will be two columns. One would have the letter, and the second column would have the sound. And if you give a letter or a sound, the student has to pick which was given or what the student has heard and pick to put that picture in which column. The process of word sorting are activities where students begin reading, can categorize words according to characteristic of words to increase understanding of the English language. Using a CVC or a CVVC, or however the words are set up using vowel and consonants. Students can sort words, have beginning sounds, digraphs from blends, long or short vowels, closed or open syllables, words that doubles the ending before adding the ing, with those that do not have prefixes and suffixes. And lastly, sort base words and root words. Both of these strategies can be done independently or in groups. For example, for phonics, for picture, the sh sound. So a picture would show someone shouting, and the student hears the sh. They have to choose a picture that does not have the SH or show the SH sound of a person doing something, but picks the person that has the picture of the person shouting. That would be an example of a picture sorting. An example of word sorting could be like an ing. So for example, of an ing sound, it would be clinging. That would be an example of a word sort, and the student can pick that word that has the ing sound. Now you try. So here is an activity that I have for picture sorting. We are incorporating phonemic awareness into word identification. Here are two letters, C and F. Both obviously have two different sounds, right? Yes, C sounds like a K, and an F sounds like a long, voiceless sound. Each of these pictures on both sides have beginning letter of each word. In the picture pile, I will have two pictures of each column and mix it up to a total of 8 pictures. I will demonstrate the word with the beginning sound cup, and you will place cup in the correct column with the letter C. Then I will do the same for F sound. An example would be fan. Then you would place fan in the correct column with F. To make this activity harder, I will increase the size of the pictures you can add it to 12 pictures, but I would take pictures that may have some phonemically similarities. An example would be couch, and fish. The beginning letters will sound the same, but you have to figure out the rest of the word in order to make a connection that the word belongs in one of the two columns. This is a great activity for phonemic and picture word identification. Now for an independent work, I have another activity, but this time it will be for word sort. We talked earlier about the process of word sort. I explained that using consonant vowel consonant or a consonant vowel vowel consonant, or however the words are set up using vowel and consonants, students can sort words that have beginning sounds, digraphs from blends, and long or short vowels and closed or open syllables. Words that doubles to the ending before adding the ing, with those that do not have prefixes and suffixes, and sort the base words and the root words. By doing that, they have to play with the word that matches, or they have to place the word that matches with the given column. Like, for example, in the picture you see it shows 3 columns of CVC with the short E sound, a CVVC with a long or spelled E sound, and then the last column in another CVC sound, but with a long E but spelled EA sound. You are to sort the words out either independently or in groups. What you have to do is match the words that aligns with the consonant vowel setup. There are strategies you can use to help sort the words. One example would be sounding out the words and ask yourself, does this word weak sound like a short E sound? No, it sounds like a long, weak sound. A visual strategy that would be for smiling and making that E sound. You'll decide that weak goes in the CVVC between, it has a long E vowel and is spelled with 2 E's. As you can see in the picture, I also included a alphabet signing. So weak, you'll see that you can see the 2 E's that make a long E sound, and it's underlined below the E. So E. However, for different modality, auditory only, visual phonics, picture sorts, or there's 3 modalities: auditory only, visual phonics, and ASL. Auditory only, I would modify using a speech hoop so that I know the student is hearing the phonemes in the word given for either word or picture sort and not reading my lips, and that they're not listening for the sound. Visual phonics, for word sorts, I would put the word into chunks and they can see the blends of each phoneme in the word that aligns with the column. For example, I want the student to find a CVC word in the pile. For example, pet, fish, and bike. I will put in the gaps between each letter. PET, fish, bike, so that they understand the patterns of CVC or CVVC or CVCC. For picture sorts, I would bold the target phoneme for each column letter so that they would sound the word out first before saying the rest of the word. For example, k, C sound, k, k, up. When they make that connection, they will say, oh, k, k, up. That goes in the C column. Now for ASL, for picture sorts, I would put in the picture of the sign for specific words that start with C and other words but that have movement that I would translate to English letters and translate that to ASL letter signs. For word sorts, I would use ASL fingerspelling for the words so they sort each word spelling into the correct CVC or CVVC columns, but also to watch out for certain spelling of sounds in the picture for the independent practice. There are written long or short sounds next to the CVC or the CVVC. I will have written for them so that they can find ones that matches the vowel spelling. Now, the goals we have talked about today describe the concept of picture and word sort and how we demonstrate picture sorting and word sorting between a teacher and deaf and hard of hearing student. We talked a lot today about sharing examples of phonics, phonemic awareness, vocabulary, sight words, and pictures to use for when distinguishing between sounds, letters, and words for students who are in different levels of reading or before they start reading. So I hope this lesson has helped you understand the strategies you can use for word sorting and picture sorting. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Bye.